everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Slightly different from the last ones, as in I'm still on my bike but I haven't got Trev with me. So it's much lighter and hopefully much quicker. This video we're going to tackle Thanet Loop. Now it's not a regulated kind of cycle track or anything like that. I live in Broadstairs. I've just left the pier, as you can see. Pretty busy with a lot of holiday goers at the moment because of the beautiful weather. Actually it wasn't this morning, it's horrible and raining, but forecast is lovely and sunny, so I thought I'd take the advantage of getting out and doing Thanet Loop. Now I live in Broadstairs, which is part of Thanet, in the Isle of Thanet. Now it's called the Isle of Thanet because 500 years or so ago it was once an island, but it's not anymore because the river Wantsum, I think, because of silting and farmland or whatever. And without the trailer and Trev, it's going to be much easier, hopefully, and much quicker. Already it's just so much easier. Any points of interest or anything that looks quite interesting, I'll chuck the drone up or throw some information on the screen or talk about it. Yeah, so I'm going to do the loop and I'm going to go as close to the original Isle of Thanet. I'm going to do the opposite of what I've done in the previous videos. So I'm going away from Broadstairs towards Margate this time. Okay, let's get going. North Forden Lighthouse is ahead. Okay, that's one of the oldest pubs, if not the oldest pub in Thanet, Captain Digby. There's my wedding reception in there as well. So I'm going to come up to an old landmark now called Neptune's Tower. I'll put a bit of info on the screen. I'm not really sure about it, but it looks pretty old. Sorry, mate. Yeah. Right, as you saw, we turned the corner there at Neptune's Point and we're now heading west. Next stop Margate. Unless we see anything interesting, aliens or something, the next stop will be Margate. Oh, it's windy today. Good for the old kite surfers. They'll be out in full swing down at Botany Bay right now. Beautiful. If you've never been to Botany Bay, in between Broadstairs and Margate, one of the top 10 beaches in the UK, I think. Absolutely glorious. So Botany Bay is just down there. Making quicker progress on my own than I am without Trev, but I'm missing him, that's for sure. Anyhow, next stop Margate and the museum there. Coming down the hill into Margate seafront now, we've got the museum on our right here. It's the Turner Museum, very famous painter who, as far as I know, went to school in Margate. I think a lot of his paintings were inspired by living around here. So yeah, as far as I know, I'll put some facts up about the museum, but yeah, I think it opened in 2011. And I'm ashamed to say, I think I've only been in there a couple of times. I think they've got one of his original paintings in there, a very famous one. As you can see, pretty popular place. I think everyone's heard of Margate, haven't they? Pretty popular holiday destination. It's not too hot today. See you the other side of Margate. So Dreamland on our left. I think I came here as like a 6-year-old, 7-year-old, and it had like the loop, like roller coasters. I don't think they've got them anymore. I think it's just concert venues. So yeah, you got Dreamland in there. Not like it was. Next stop, Westgate, then Minnis Bay, and then Reculver. And then we're going to turn inland, but got a headwind at the moment, so probably about, I reckon I've got about an hour till I get to Reculver. Well, not to hit anyone there. Now, apologies if I've got ice cream around my chops. That's because I'm actually halfway through one, so just stopped at that lovely little van behind me, and it'd be rude not to, I thought. So I may have mentioned it, but I'm cycling into this really horrible headwind, 20 miles an hour, and the last bike rides I've done, it always seems to be I'm into this headwind, and I suppose it's a little bit like life. And I'm not going to be that naive to say, you know, sometimes we're always swimming against the tide or pedaling into a headwind, and it's just a matter of time before it changes. But I think there is a little bit to be said for a bit of patience. I don't know which direction life's going to take me, and sometimes that's really scary. It's difficult to be patient. Mental health and having that challenge of dealing with mental health and the reality of that, it is a bit of an up and down roller coaster. So anyway, let's hope this headwind eases a little bit for the ride and in life. And let's get cracking. Next stop, kind of Minnis Bay, Reculver, and then inland. Okay, sit rep, about halfway. Got 15 miles to go. Right, okay, so we're nearly at the end of that road now, so I'll be glad to turn inland and not face into this wind. Hope you enjoyed a few of the drone shots there. Lovely cycle path. So Reculver Towers was once a Roman fort, 200 AD, something like that, and then it turned into a monastery. So I'm guessing it was put there because it was once on the edge of the island. It probably was just before the mainland. So we're probably cycling on what was sea. And this was the cut through to save the boats going around kind of Broadstairs and Ramsgate. So I'm guessing they put this monastery here, Roman fort to start with, because it was on the edge of like the mainland. So I'm guessing that was quite a good kind of defence area. From what I know, because I did a video on Reculver and I walked to Reculver, it once was, that's right, 250 metres, 400 metres inland, and the coastal erosion is just, I think it's 12 feet at its closest. Anyway, so this kind of marks our end to the Thanet Loop, or Isle of Thanet Loop, and then we're going to go inland. Never been there before, never walked it, so I don't know what to face, so we're going to head towards St Nicholas Wade, as you can see on the map. So going to be riding on what was the River Wantsum, I suppose. Anyway, here we go. So we're just cycling up to the towers now. Right, so we've got the towers behind us and we're going to head inland for the first time. But I'm going to miss that cycle track, that was lovely. And that continues, I think, all the way to Whitstable and beyond as well, into Sittingbourne, I think. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to wing it. May come across a few gems here and there. I'll see where I go. I'll see if I can find the odd cycle trail. I'm going to go down this little country road now. Found ourselves a little gnarly country road. So, oh wow, wow, that's beautiful. Come up to a lovely house with a windmill on the side. Right, okay, left turning now to St Nicholas of Wade. Oh, we got a tailwind. I think that's the river. It's not exactly the most glamorous bit of the journey. Running parallel with the 299, which you can probably hear is extremely loud. Well, at least the weather forecast was right. The wind has died down. It's quite a nice little track this, apart from you know what there. Yeah, just took a kind of a bit of a wrong turning there, as you can see on the map, but we're back in business now. We're heading in the right direction through St Nicholas of Wade and then the other side. Coming up to St Nicholas of Wade now. Okay, we're getting out the back of, as you can see, St Nicholas of Wade now. Saw the sign into Minster to the other side of Kent. We're heading in the right direction, as you can see with the map. I think I'll try and find the cross where St Augustine first landed. See if I can find it. Alrighty, so we made it. Get into Ramsgate as quick as possible. We'll Pegwell first. What a beautiful sunset. And that kind of marks the cut through from Reculver to Pegwell. So I'm now completing the loop through Pegwell Bay, Ramsgate and Broadstairs. And I'll put a quote up on the screen there, which you may have just seen. I really love that quote. And it's about, it's not the destination, it's the direction. Bring it back to here and now and focus on the direction. Have mini plans. Life becomes a little bit easier. Little mini goals. Now for some people, that could be just getting out of bed. For some people, that might be just getting out and going around the block. So the direction is more important, I think, than the destination. Breathing a bit heavy, going through Pegwell at the moment. And these things don't have to be big things, but I'm a great believer in doing a little and a lot. Otherwise it's too overwhelming. There you go. A few weeks ago, I was probably a prime candidate for that. Chucking myself in at the deep end. It's too much. It's too overwhelming. Time to take it easy on ourselves, don't you think? I'm really impatient, but it's a good lesson to learn. Remember about the headwind? Like we are now, just turning course. And you just never know, the next day might be a little bit easier. I'm a great believer in just chipping away at that granite. It's a good analogy, I think. If you keep chipping away at that granite, eventually that statue will come out. It may not be Michelangelo. It doesn't happen in one big blow, and I think this day and age, whatever social media, I don't even know where to go with that. More productive and more healthy and balanced if you can do small tasks and chip away at that granite. And we got a tailwind at last. So like I said, I'm a great believer in chipping away at that granite, revealing that statue. Not doing it in one big swipe of the hammer, and then it becomes probably a mess and something you don't want. I know it's a bit corny and a bit cheesy, and a bit cliche, but I like analogies that can mirror life a little bit, and I like that analogy of that block. Yeah, I certainly won't get to Michelangelo's standard. I'm going to take it upon myself over the next few weeks, because it's been a very, very tough couple of weeks. So I'm going to start with small things that can help me. Yeah, it's just kind of looking after yourself, isn't it? And it's the hardest thing when you don't feel like doing it. And I don't feel like doing it. I'd rather sit in front of the sofa with a pack of Pringles. But I know it's not going to help me. I might have one or two. So in the next few weeks, I'm going to help myself. A lot of little things. I'm not going to say I'm going to feel amazing every day, but I'm going to take nature's pill, which I heard someone say, which is lovely, so I don't have to take prescription pills. And then hopefully over a period of time I'm going to bank up enough good stuff, and hopefully if I get in those good habits, I might start feeling better every day. Never know, won't hurt, that's for sure, but I'm going to start helping myself and not make it overwhelming. Right, after all that rambling, we've got Ramsgate straight ahead of us. We're just going to buzz as quick as we can straight the way through it and then complete the loop. It's coming down the hill at Ramsgate. Picking up some speed, so I've got to put some brakes on. Nearly there. Come out the back of Ramsgate, through the park here, a mile and a half. Happy days. So as we finally come into Broadstairs, okay, let's get over to the pier and complete the loop. Okay, so as we complete the final few hundred metres to the pier to complete the circle, the Isle of Thanet loop, thank you very much for joining me. I know it's not going to win any awards for the best cycle route in the world. I enjoyed it, and I hope you have too. It's shown a little bit of history of what Thanet used to be like, and I think we got as close as we could to mapping the old Isle of Thanet. So as we now complete the loop to the pier, so when the tide was in to now the tide is out. So from a beautiful sky, as you can see, in my hometown of Broadstairs, bid you farewell and thank you very much for watching. And as it was a little bit easier without Trev and the trailer, I did miss him. So thanks very much everyone, and we'll see you on the next one, and I wish you well. Cheerio!